would rather...
Web.
Reality has built-in errors.
I would rather fight the entire British Army than to face the Bell Witch for a single night.
These were the terrifying words of General Andrew Jackson, the future president of the United States. In 1817, deep in the dark woods of Adams, Tennessee, a prosperous farmer named John Bell unleashed something from the shadows. Something that didn't just haunt his family, it wanted them dead. This is not your typical ghost story. This is the most documented case of paranormal terror in American history. An entity so powerful, it altered reality itself. Welcome to the terrifying file of the Bell Witch. It all began on an ordinary afternoon. John Bell was walking through his cornfield when he spotted a creature that shouldn't exist. A beast with the body of a massive black dog, but the head of a rabbit. John fired his gun, but the creature dissolved into thin air. Days later, the terror breached the walls of their home. Every night, the family was woken up by a horrific sound, like a massive beast scratching at the outside of their wooden doors. When John rushed outside with his sons, the yard was completely empty. No tracks in the mud, no signs of life. But inside the house, the walls began to scream. The phantom noises quickly evolved into physical violence. The youngest daughter, Bestie Bell, became the primary target. In the dead of night, her bed sheets would be ripped away by an unseen force. Unseen hands would slap her face, leaving red welts, and pull her hair until she screamed. But then, the ultimate horror occurred. The entity began to speak. At first, it was a low, raspy whisper, echoing from the corners of the ceiling. The voice claimed the name, Kate. It wasn't a mindless spirit. Kate was highly intelligent. She could quote scripture flawlessly, mimic voices of neighbors, and openly declared her sole purpose to destroy John Bell. Word of the terror spread across America. In 1819, General Andrew Jackson decided to investigate the phenomenon himself, bringing a wagon of armed men to the Bell farm. But before they could even step foot on the property, the witch struck. The wagon wheels were completely unlocked, yet the horses couldn't move it an inch. From the trees, a mocking voice echoed, telling Jackson he could proceed.
You may proceed, General!
The heavy wagon suddenly moved freely. Jackson stayed for one night, witnessed the terrifying disembodied voice and the floating objects, and fled at dawn. For 3 years, Kate tortured John Bell relentlessly. She caused him to suffer from mysterious facial paralysis and severe seizures. By December 1820, John was bedridden, slipping into a deep coma. His family found a strange vial of dark, unknown liquid by his bed. When they gave a drop to the family cat, the animal died instantly. Suddenly, Kate's voice screamed in triumph through the room.
I gave old Jack his big dose last night!
John Bell died hours later. At his funeral, the witch sang mocking songs that echoed from the sky.
Wow, the grave gives back.
After John's death, the witch vanished, but she left a chilling promise she would return.
I will.
Today, the land is still haunted. The infamous Bell Witch Cave remains open in Tennessee, where visitors still report cold hands touching them disembodied whispers, and camera batteries draining in seconds. Was Kate a demon, a curse, or something far worse? If you want to unlock more of America's darkest unsolved files, don't forget to subscribe and tell me your theory in the comments. Sleep well.